Okay, so we are returning, or we're sending a response of some hard-coded content, this JSON object that has a hello world, right, message. Usually we would like to be able to have this be dynamic, right, or based on something that is a part of some attribute or something that we can pass as a parameter in the URL. So for instance, we could use a placeholder here for some message as part of the path, right? Or maybe we want to add something. We can say add, and then A, and we're going to pass B. Okay. Well, maybe this could be a different. Leave this as hello, right? And let's create another one. Let's create another endpoint. So we'll call this maybe add A plus B, right? And so here we can create another function and say function add A plus B, right? Where we have the request and response, where I want to retrieve A and B from here, right? And what this does is that the request is going to parse the path, right? And it's going to create a map, very much like we did in Java, right? In Java we did this using add path variable, right? And we did the annotation. Here it's a little it's a little more down to earth. We can grab the parameters, var parameters, the request parameters, from the request params, the params, okay, and we can retrieve from this map. We can retrieve the fields, right, or the variables, right, with using the name A. Right, so we can grab that A, and we can grab B. Oops. B right there. Okay. Perhaps we might want to verify that these are integers. So A might be parse int A, and B equal parse int B, right? And then we would like to be able to add C A plus B, and then do a response, send back A plus B is equal to C, or something like that. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's start the server, and then here we can now we have this endpoint where we can say slash add 2 plus 3 comes back as nothing. What? Oh, add. There we go. A plus B is equal to 5. Yes? All right. So we can pass any attributes or parameters to the path and handle them on the server side. Okay. All right. So we can also pass in queries. We can pass in, for instance, we can say app dot login get, and pass in maybe login, and pass in the username and password as part of the query. Right. So let's do that. We can say login, right, and then we can have a function here, function login. Not that you would ever do this. Response here. We can get a hold of the query parameters, right? If we pass them along like this, we say slash login, query parameter, username, Alice, and then password, Alice, right? So we can do that. We can say var username. We can say request.query. So the query is also a map, but it's a map off of the query parameter after the question mark. Yes? So we can say grab the username from here and grab the password. Again, not that you would log in like this and pass in your password on clear text, right? You would use post instead. Okay, and here we can say you know, if username equals Alice and password is equal to Alice, then we say response.send hello Alice, and or we say else we send back sorry, try again. Okay, so let's try that. Let's stop here and restart. And now we can say login, and we can say username Bob, and password Alice. To say sorry, try again. But if we have both Alice and Alice, it says hello Alice. Make sense? All right. Excellent.